The Last Letter. In the bustling streets of a small town nestled between green hills and golden fields, there lived a woman named Lily. She was an artist, with a heart full of dreams and a soul yearning for love. Her life had been a quiet melody until the day she met him. His name was Ethan. He was a writer, a man of few words but many thoughts, with a calm demeanor and eyes that seemed to hold stories of 1,000 lifetimes. They met in the local bookstore, a cozy little shop filled with the scent of aged paper and fresh coffee. It was a place Lily visited often, seeking inspiration for her paintings. One rainy afternoon, as she browsed through a collection of vintage poetry books, she accidentally bumped into him. Their eyes met, and in that instant, something shifted in the air. The world seemed to slow down as they exchanged apologies and smiles. Ethan's presence was calming, like a warm breeze on a cold day. They began talking, first about books, then about life, their passions, and the things that made them feel alive. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, and it wasn't long before they discovered a deep connection. Ethan invited Lily to a poetry reading at a nearby cafe, and she, intrigued by his quiet intensity, agreed. The cafe was dimly lit, with candles flickering on each table and soft music playing in the background. As Ethan read his poems, his voice was like a gentle breeze, carrying the weight of emotions that Lily had only dreamed of feeling. She sat in the audience, mesmerized by his words. It was as if he was speaking directly to her soul. After the reading, they sat together, talking for hours about love, loss, and everything in between. Ethan spoke of his past, of the pain he had endured, and the love he had lost. Lily listened, her heart aching for him, and yet, she felt a sense of hope rise within her. She had never met anyone who understood her the way he did. As the days turned into weeks, their bond grew stronger. They spent afternoons painting and writing together, their creativity flowing in harmony. Ethan would write poems inspired by her art, and she would paint scenes from the stories he told. Their love was a blend of passion, creativity, and shared dreams. But like all great stories, theirs had its challenges. Ethan's past, filled with heartbreak, haunted him, and he often found himself pulling away, afraid of losing the one person who had truly understood him. Lily, on the other hand, had always been afraid of being vulnerable, of opening her heart fully to someone. But with Ethan, it felt different. She knew, deep down, that this love was worth fighting for. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, Ethan took Lily to the old bridge by the river. The sky was painted in shades of pink and purple, and the air was crisp with the promise of change. "Lily," Ethan said, his voice barely a whisper, "I've written something for you. I want to give you a piece of my heart." He handed her a letter, sealed with wax. As Lily opened it, she felt her heart race. The words on the page were written with such tenderness, such honesty, that she could barely breathe. "To the one who holds my heart. In your eyes, I see a future I never thought was possible. With you, I found a love that heals, a love that makes me believe in the beauty of tomorrow. You are my muse, my inspiration, my everything." Tears filled Lily's eyes as she read the letter. She had always feared love would be fleeting, but this was real. She looked up at Ethan, her voice trembling. "I love you," she whispered. "I love you more than I ever thought was possible." Ethan pulled her into his arms, and for a moment, the world around them faded away. It was just the two of them, bound by the love they had found in each other. The past, with all its pain and uncertainty, no longer mattered. They were free to love, to dream, and to build a future together. As the years passed, their love continued to blossom. Ethan published a book of poetry, and Lily's paintings were displayed in galleries across the world. But no matter where life took them, they always returned to each other, to the bridge by the river, where it all began. And when the time came for them to say goodbye, Ethan wrote one last letter, a letter that would be read for generations to come. "To my love, my heart, my soul. You were the love of my life. With you, I discovered the true meaning of home. Our love, like the pages of a story, will never end. It lives on in every word, every brushstroke, every breath I took while I was with you. Lily kept that letter close to her heart, a reminder of the love they had shared, and of the promise that, even in death, their love would never fade.